welcome to my channel. I'm Amanda and I'm mummy to twin 5-year-old girls, and over on the channel I make parenting lifestyle videos, I make early education videos and videos about our family exploits and adventures. So if that's the sort of thing you're interested in, I'd love you to follow along with our journey. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some tips and ideas, in fact 5 tips for keeping active and healthy during lockdown. So if you're anything like me, I'm an absolute exercise phobe. I have not set foot in a gym since I was 16 years old when I went with my mum. I've done about 10 Zumba classes in my entire life and that is literally it. I just don't do exercise. I'm very lucky that I don't normally put on an awful lot of weight, but during this lockdown I have really noticed that I've got more sluggish and that I'm really aware that I'm just not putting in the kind of steps and having the active lifestyle that I would normally lead, just like dropping girls off to school and like going out and about every day. So I really wanted to try and find ways to keep active and keep healthy during this lockdown time so that I didn't pile on loads of weight, and also just so I was keeping healthy and relatively fit during this time. So I came up with these 5 tips to keep myself active and fit during lockdown, and hopefully they'll be helpful for you too. So first of all, you need to find what motivates you, and this is going to vary from every person, but that's the thing that's going to keep you going and keep you doing your exercises or doing whatever it is that you choose to keep yourself fit and healthy. For me, it's a really bizarre one, and it might not be something that is your motivation, but my motivation is my clothes, my wardrobe. I'm not the kind of person who wears the latest trends, and I've got pieces in my wardrobe that I've had in my wardrobe for 10 or 15 years. I just absolutely love, especially my summer clothes, and I just don't want to grow out of them and I don't want to have to replace them. The thrifty mum inside me just doesn't want to go out and spend a load of money on new clothes if I don't have to. So that is my motivation, and as soon as I start to feel my clothes getting tight, that's my sign to know that I need to start doing something about it. So find what your motivation is. What's the thing that's going to make you want to stay healthy and fit and maybe kind of keep your weight maintained? The second tip that I think you need is to have an accountability buddy. Now, I didn't realise how important this was going to be, but actually my husband Stu has been really, really helpful in keeping me accountable, because basically he was the one that started being more aware of the fact that we were not moving as much as we should be doing, that we were kind of getting sluggish and we weren't keeping fit and healthy during this time. So he started doing a daily workout. In fact, we all started with that Joe Wicks right at the beginning of lockdown, and it was successful for a few days, but we quickly found out that the exercises that he was doing just didn't suit me and they didn't suit Stu, and so we came up with our own ideas of things to do. But what has kept me going for the last few weeks is knowing that I've got him telling me like, oh, we're going to do it today, we're going to do it today, we're going to do it today. So having an accountability buddy that you kind of have to say, have you done your exercises today, or have you done your steps today? Someone that's going to be there to kind of chivvy you along and cheer you along so that you keep going, keeping yourself motivated to keep active and healthy during this time. My third tip is to be realistic. You're not likely to be able to reach some really good weight goals or tone yourself up so you're looking super slick and amazing. My goal is to maintain my weight, and if I can tone up a little bit, that's a bonus. But I think when you're at home eating more than you probably normally would and moving less than you normally would, it's not realistic to kind of expect you're going to be able to shift loads and loads of weight, especially if you're a busy mum like me and you are struggling to fit that exercise or active lifestyle into your day. I mean, it's busy enough running around after kids as it is, so to try and squeeze and carve out a tiny bit of time for you to do that exercise is hard enough without putting some unrealistic aim or goal onto yourself. So just be realistic, just try and maintain your level of activity and keep yourself healthy and fit, and I think that's the best we can all do in this situation. The fourth tip I've got is to try as hard as you can to make it part of your routine. So early on in lockdown, we created a structure for our day of how we were going to incorporate the girls' schoolwork, when we were going to do meals and snacks and things like that all through the day. So it made it clear for everyone and we all knew where we stood. And the same goes with being active or doing exercise. If you are putting it at a certain point in your day and that is when you do it, everybody knows it, and you can then work around how you're going to keep the children entertained. So maybe that's a time when you put them on an educational app, or maybe that's when you give them some screen time, or maybe that's a time when you just can incorporate some quiet time into your day. But if you all know that specific time of the day is when you are going to do your exercise or your active work, then everyone knows where they stand and you're more likely to stick to it because you know it's coming, and you kind of got less excuse to get out of it. If you're just saying, I'm going to do it at some point in the day, it's so easy for it to just slip off of the radar and just not happen. And my final tip number 5, is to create your own workout. So like I said, we started off really well intentioned of doing the Joe Wicks, but personally we just found it got a little bit chatty during it. I felt like after that time, some of the exercises were either too hard, some of the exercises were too easy. We felt like we were spending a long time on it felt like half an hour went on for a long time, and I didn't feel like I came away from it feeling good. I just felt like it wasn't a really efficient use of our time. So what we've now started to do is we do a 20-minute exercise every morning. So we've created our own music playlist that's got a mixture of mine and Stu's songs on it that are really upbeat, high tempo songs to keep us going for 20 minutes. And we do a 30-second exercise and a 30-second rest. We Googled and found a YouTube clip that had it on the screen. So it counts down 30 seconds and then it counts down 30 seconds rest, and then it counts down 30 seconds and then it counts down 30 seconds rest. And we found that really, really helpful to keep us motivated and to keep us working hard for 30 seconds and 30 seconds rest. So not only have we kept the exercise length short, so it's 20 minutes, so you can really say to yourself, it's only 20 minutes, like I can do 20 minutes. And when you're finding it hard, you're like, I've only got like 7 minutes left, or I've only got 4 minutes left. It's easier to keep yourself motivated if you're just going to do a short blast of exercise. But it also means you work hard for those 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. We also found that by creating our own exercise list, that we were working on the areas that were important to us or that we felt we needed to work on, and we will be able to mix up whether we want to do cardio exercises or working on like toning exercises. So I've got a list of 10 exercises that I go through once and then I go through twice, and I found that works really, really well for me. And I've got a mixture of cardio, so lots of things like running or star jumps or squats. I've done some sit-ups, things like that. So I've just done a selection, and you've only got to do each exercise for 30 seconds. So it helps for someone like me whose stamina was shocking. It's really helped me build up my stamina because I've been able to go from not doing any sit-ups, like I used to be able to just like kind of curl myself up a little bit and go back down. Now I can, in my 30 seconds, I can do 12 sit-ups, which probably is nothing to some people, but for me to do 12 sit-ups is freaking amazing. So I'm really proud of myself that I've managed to like increase my fitness level over this last few weeks, and so can you. Like I said, I literally could not do one sit-up and I would have given up after like 2 or 3 normally. Because I've got 30 seconds, I know I can just blast for 30 seconds, try my hardest for 30 seconds, and then I can literally just lie on the floor. And that's often what me and Stu do. We like work really hard for 30 seconds and then literally just like a panting red hot mess on the floor for 30 seconds. So there's my 5 tips for how we are keeping active and healthy in our lifestyle during this lockdown time. I hope you found this helpful, and if you have, I'd love you to click that heart button down below. I'll catch you next time for more videos coming your way soon. Bye!